Hello, year 5 again. So, on page 151, right after we discussed silent vowels, which was a spelling lesson, we have another spelling lesson, but this lesson is called forming plurals. Forming plurals. How do we form plurals? Alright, this is the page. I'm actually not going to work on this page a lot. It says here, when a word is changed from singular, just one, like a pen, I have a pen, this is singular, to plural, more than one, like pens, the spelling has to be changed. Pen, P-E-N. To plural, I need to say that I have more than one, so I say pens, I add S. Here happened a change in the spelling of the word. Like toy, toys, book, books, table, tables. Alright, we have some irregular ways of adding S or making plural forms of the words. Some don't take S at all, some take ES, some we change the F if they end in F, we change the F into V and we add ES like wife and wives. But in today's lesson we are going to only discuss three, which are forming plurals. What are the different ways of forming plurals? 1, 2, and 3. The first one, if they are regulars. Let's make the regulars in green. Regulars. What do I mean by regular? We just add an S. Like toy, toys. Like book becomes books. When the word ends in any letter, again, any letter, it could be Y, it could be consonant, it could be a vowel like silent E, for example, but here it's more of ending with consonant sound, like the word date, it becomes dates. Here this word ends in silent E, so basically it ends with consonant letter, so I just add S, regular. So this rule applies to too many words. The regular one, just add S. The second rule is when the word, let's make it in red, when the word ends in consonant plus Y. When the word ends in consonant plus Y, like what? Like jelly. Okay, miss, we didn't change, becomes first before miss, jellies. I changed the Y into IE, then I add the S. Again, I changed the Y into IE, then I add the S. Miss, we didn't change the Y in toys or in boys. Why? Because it is ending in vowel plus consonant. Vowel, O, then the Y. Not any consonant, I mean. Okay. Only if the word ends in consonant plus Y, I apply this rule. If it ends in vowel plus Y, then normal or regular rule applies. So jelly becomes jellies. Puppy becomes puppies. Berry becomes berries. So we have to take care. It ends in Y. Don't rush. Don't say, oh yes, it ends in Y, so I'm going to change the Y into IE. No, please take care, because if it ends in vowel Y, it's regular. If it ends in consonant Y, it's irregular. And here, you need to change the Y into IE before you add the S. The last one, let's have a new page. It said, okay, forming plurals as well. This rule says if the word, okay, the endings of the word are O, X, ending in, I don't have much space, SH, CH, X, S, O, or Z. If I have any word that ends in such letters, SH, CH, X, SS, ES, of course, SS, of course, O or Z, then I'm going to add ES. I'm not only going to add S, I'm going to add E and S. What are examples of these? Mango becomes mangoes. Mangoes. I added ES. Also, like potato, potato becomes potatoes. These are all ending in O. Okay, what about SH or CH? We have watch becomes watches. Do you notice how I'm pronouncing these words? Watches is. It's like I'm actually pronouncing this E. So I gotta write it. Watch, watches. Rush, rushes. Lunch, lunches. Also box, boxes. I'm actually pronouncing the E right here. Boxes, is. Boxes. Dish, dishes. Buzz, buzzes. Kiss, kisses. And so on. So, miss, you made a mistake here. We were talking about nouns, changing them from singular to plural. You just wrote a verb. Yes, you are guys right. I just wrote a verb. But I have applied the same rule that I applied for nouns to verbs. Miss, do we change verbs into plural? No. Verbs, we don't change them. We don't change them into plural. I can say that eat is singular and eats is plural. No. These are two different things. Let's see how are they different, or in which sense they are. So, we said before that the name of the lesson is forming plurals and its spelling. So, mainly I'm not talking about the plural because of course you know the idea of the plural. You are old enough. But we need the spelling. How do I spell words? You get some rules. So, this rule that applies in forming plurals also applies in also applies on using third person singular pronouns. What's that? Third person singular pronouns. These are he, she, and it. Do we remember the pronouns? I, you, he, she, it, they, we, and also you for plural. Or let's here write you and you. One is for singular if I'm talking to only one person, or if I'm talking to all of you in front of me as a class. I'm talking to Abdullah and Lamar and Juri and Haya and Qasim and everybody. I'm telling them, you guys are great, you guys are talkative, and so on, for example. So here I'm using you for plural, and it's also if I'm only talking to Muhammad, I would also call him you are doing a great job, you are not listening to me, and so on. So just moving on. I is called first person, you is called second person, and this is I is first person singular, because when I say I only mean one person, which is me, I, which is myself. You, it could be singular and plural, because I could be talking to just one person, or I might be talking to more than one person, so it's both singular and plural. He, she, and it. When I say he is doing his homework, she studies very well, she likes pancakes, it is drinking milk, it is big, and so on. So this is called third person, but singular, because I'm only talking about one girl or one boy or one animal or object if I use it. They, this is for third person. I'm talking about either group of boys, group of girls, group of boys and girls, or one boy plus one girl, or two girls, or group of objects. They, so this is third person plural, and we is first person plural. So of each and every pronoun, we have first person singular and first person plural. When I say we, it means that myself included with group of people, like it could be we, and I mean my family and I. Instead of my family and I could use we. So this is a first person plural. You and you is both singular and plural. He, she, it are third person singular. They is the third person plural. If I'm talking about group of cats, I can say they. If I'm talking about laptops, I can also say they. They are not working. The computers in the school are not working. They are so old. Right? So I can use they for he, she, or it if I'm talking about more than one. Even if I'm talking about two. If it's not one, then it's plural. So this was a quick recap of pronouns. So here I'm talking about only third person singular. In the present simple tense, not any tense. Present simple tense, it has to be present simple tense. So let's go back to the rule, which is add s or add es or add ies, or change the y into ie. I mean, what to do. So here, if I have verb like cry, eat, rush, watch, play. I'm just writing random verbs. What else? delay, fly, make, bake. These are random verbs. Let's see if I want to use these verbs in the present simple with these pronouns. What do? I will do the same thing, which is third person singular pronouns. Same thing as I did with the plurals. 2 and 3. 1, 2, and 3. First rule is the regulars. What are the verbs that we consider regular? Eat, play. Oh, miss, no, play ends in Y, but it's preceded by vowel, so it's regular. Delay. What else did I write? And it was regular. Make and bake. So these are the regulars, or the regular verbs. If I want these to be with he, she, or it, I also want to add the verb go and do. Yeah, not here. Not here. Okay. So, eat becomes eats. He eats his lunch every day at 3 o'clock. She plays basketball every day at 2 o'clock. For example. He always delays doing his homework. She bakes cake. She makes tricks, for example. So, here I have the regular verbs, where I just leave the root verb as it is and I just add the suffix s, just as I said in the plural. Here I'm talking about verbs, so I don't have singular and plural. I have singular and plural, but only when it comes to the pronoun, not the verb itself. And the singular pronouns actually take s. Alright, the second rule is, if I have alright, so the second rule, this is too big. Alright. Ending in Y, or consonant plus Y, like cry and fly. If I have a verb that ends in consonant plus Y, like fly and cry and try and so on, here, in order to use them with he, she, or it in the present simple, I change the Y into IE, then I add the S. I change the Y into IE, then I add the S. It becomes cries or tries. Same thing, I haven't changed anything. The last rule here, if it ends in SH, CH, O, X, S, Z, I add es, like. Rush becomes rushes. Watch becomes watches. He watches TV every day at night. What are the other verbs we wrote? Okay, it was only these two. Okay, we have do, go and do. Same rule, I add es, so the pronunciation becomes goes and does. Alright, what else? What else? Any verb that ends in z, buzz, buzzes. If I'd like to say that somebody's buzzing, or buzz is the sound of the bee. The bee keeps buzzing. This bee buzzes every day at night, and so on. If the verb ends in s, like miss, she misses her mother so much. And here actually it ends in ss. Okay. Alright, so as we mentioned, to wrap up, the S for plural, or the S for third person singular pronouns, are the same. The same rule that applies on plural applies on, applies on noun, applies on verbs. I apply it on noun in case I want to change from singular to plural, and I apply it on verbs in case I would like to use this verb with he, she, or it in the present simple tense. And that was it for today's lesson. I hope it was easy, and I hope you understand it, guys. Have a good day. Goodbye.